Hello everybody and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous, and today we're gonna play some Netrunner. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it up, you know? We're gonna do what we would normally do, and we're gonna try to fix this weird my fill lights are brighter on one side than the other side problem. We're playing Sunny. I don't think that this is a very good hand, so we're gonna yeet that. We're up against Asker, very good opponent. I got my coffee. I have no idea what they are doing because custom biotics. All I know is that there's no Jinteki cards. Let's draw. Let's put out Citadel and let's put out Rozeki. Good coffee. Hey, Rotaj, do you want to jump on stream? You got Discord, right? Anyway, alright, so let's think about what we're doing. We're gonna draw. Somebody just messaged me. There we go. Let's get Rotage in here. Hey, what's up?
Hi, not so bad yourself?
Not too bad. Make sure you're wearing headphones. Because otherwise I'm gonna hear myself like I am right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Hold on a second. Let me get sorted out. Sorry.
Is that any better now?
Yep, that's perfect. Yeah, I just can't have you,
Yeah, no, I completely idiotically forgot that I can't have the stream on and be on the Discord call with you at the same time.
Yep, so you should be able to see my screen now, right?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Alright, so tell our viewers a little bit about the genesis of this deck.
It's a very simple story in the sense there was a regional last weekend, and there was a prize for the best mini faction, which was a Rozeki playmat, which I really wanted, I haven't got. So I figured I'd bring a mini faction. I thought there'd be quite a lot of competition, be quite a sort of. So I'll bring the best mini faction I could. It was a toss up between this and Adam. I went with this because there's less triggers, and we all know my track record on triggers isn't the best.
No.
So I went with this. The other logic was that with Link and with Power Tub, it'd be really good against Surveyors. And then, yeah, it turns out I was the only mini faction at the event, so I won the map by default. But the deck did better than I thought. It won its first 2 games, and then, yeah, won some more games later on. Yeah, it worked really well. Beat a Titan, beat an Argus. Lost to Gagarin, but then a lot of things are at the moment. Yeah, so a lot of fun.
So what are we doing here?
Right, so Custom Biotics, let me just get up to speed of what we're doing here. They've got a lot of money. I mean, obviously, they'll probably keep us out of that remote. So I think we get set up and just let that one go, I think. I think at this moment in time, I think challenging that is just not a good use of our time right now. I think it's just a case of just setting up.
I think that makes sense. So what should we be putting down here?
Out of those cards, probably is nothing that really jumps out at me. I mean, possibly the Ice Carver, possibly. Depends. That's a really judgment call what we think the ice is going to be. And Custom Biotics, I have no idea what the ice is going to be.
So we got 4 clicks left.
4 clicks. So I think I'm just... so we've got no more draw this turn. I would be... We're going to get 3 credit start of the next turn. I would take money... put down the Ice Carver... And I think, yeah, take money the next turn, yeah. And then discard one of the currents. Currents is mostly to clear scarcity.
Yeah, because scarcity kills, like, completely kills Sunny.
Yeah, so that's the reason it's there for. I mean, I think I did get a little bit of value from it.
Yeah, I mean, if it fires, like, once, it's just like, oh, here's some found money.
Yeah. Yeah, so interesting they're sort of leaving that for now. So again, they're not too concerned at the moment. So I guess, yeah, we can just start drawing up, I think, start of this term.
Yeah. Alright, let's draw. Let's draw again. Man, we just need, like, some of our big econ, like burst econ cards, like an Office Supplies or a Sure Gamble would be fine.
I'll be honest, I only ever used Office Supplies for draw. I never used it for the money. It was purely a draw card. But
I guess what I should say is we need to get up to money so we can afford to put down Nexus.
yes, exactly, yeah, because we've got the Nexus, we've got Citadel, so we can start using that, but clearly at the moment we're nowhere near position to be able to start using that.
So I would just get money here and ditch the Amakua in the current.
Yeah, that seems good to me.
Thanks for
Yeah,
jumping
that's
on such short notice.
No, you literally just caught me. I'm not sure how long I'll be on for. I've got to go to the shop tonight, but I'll stay in for a little bit. At least for this game, possibly one more.
Well, yeah, that'd be lovely.
So this is fine. I mean, I'm more than happy with them just doing this because the longer the game goes on, the more setup we get, and we get into a much stronger position.
Right, I agree. Ice Carver, it has come back in a big way, and it really makes me happy because I think that card is like criminally underrated in a lot of like slow setup decks. But I guess it's because we're finally seeing a Glacier meta again, where most of the ice are not like 2 strength, 3 strength; they're higher than that. So
exactly. Yeah. So my rationale for obviously some of the breakers, obviously some of these breakers aren't the best. But the Ice Carver effectively allows you to pump once to get to Strength 5. And there's some other set of Strength 5. That's obviously quite useful to be hit.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Carver really affects the math on Sunny's breakers versus a lot of popular ice.
Yeah. So, what do we want down here? Yeah, just trying to think through this.
Well, we can always put Jack down. We can always put Nexus and Jack down, because then it'll cost nothing to put Jack down.
Yes, that's a good point. That's actually a good shout out, yes. Yeah, so the Nexus and the Jack. Jack did work in one of my games particularly, just being able to get the turtle tokens. I think they purged, and with Jack, he's kept to speed really fast.
It's also not bad versus Gagarin, because then you have, like, trash something, click for 4 credits.
Exactly, yes. So, okay, so they finally got the agenda out of there.
Do we want to make a Jack run or not?
I think the consequences alarm me too much still at this moment.
Well, we can just use Security Nexus and fail it for the money, right?
Oh, that's true.
They could pay into it, I guess, is always the concern. The Citadel Trace.
Well, no. The thing is, the Trace, there's no way they can make the Trace. Because if they boost a Trace, it still fails.
Yeah, I'm saying the one at the end of the turn to clear the tag.
We can always, I mean, we may have to manually clear the tag, I suspect. I don't think we can
Alright, let's make
I
a Jack
think-
Sinclair run on Archives to see what happens.
Yeah. And if they do res some ice, it's going to cost them some money to res the ice.
Yeah, let's just do this. This seems great.
Yeah.
We need money, right?
Yep. Yeah, we need the Zekis, the gambles. Ah,
So we finally got some money. We can't really use it this turn.
so yeah, so I think it's obviously remove the tag. I think manually, unfortunately.
Ugh.
But at least with the Libra next turn, we'll be in a much stronger position.
How's everybody doing? I know I'm playing at a weird time. I had a little bit of a late start this morning because of being out at a concert last night.
Oh, how was the concert?
Oh, it was lovely. It's really great.
Just unload that, I think.
Yeah.
And at least now next turn, we can make a Jack Sinclair run somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Force some ice reses.
Yeah.
I'm wearing some of the merch, which Balder is gonna happily get a ton of cat hair on. Alright. So let's make a Jack run. Maybe R&D, let's see what's going on there.
Yep. Like the sound of that.
Well, we can't use any programs, so I guess we'll just do this.
I don't know if we could let it. I was gonna say maybe I would just continue on, and just because we're not gonna make any more runs this turn, anyways. I was let the Excalibur fire, and then yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. That probably would have been the smarter play.
I think we're gonna get enough money to at least.
I want to get the turning wheel down,
Okay.
because the turning wheel makes it so that our purposefully failed Jack runs
Yeah.
are future access.
Mhm.
Balder, you were just in my lap. Why did you jump down? Walk around to the other side, and then now you want back up. Alright. Everybody's going slow, but we are going much slower than they are. So I guess we're going to make a Jack run on HQ.
Yep.
We have all three breakers, for whatever that's worth.
Yep.
So what are we doing with our turn?
A new subscriber.
That's a good
arrives.
question. We've already
fills you
used
with
the Nexus.
determination.
Yeah, we need to do quite a few things. I mean, that could well be an agenda. There's stuff in that remote. I think the daily casts may not last long enough, quite possibly. If it has another 6-pointer. I think last click I definitely want to run R&D just for a token.
Okay.
Just definitely. That's apart from that, the other 3 clicks. We still have White Hat, which could be useful, potentially. We could try the card. I'm just trying to work out how, with the amount of cards they've drawn, I think there's quite a few agendas in HQ. I think.
Okay.
So I think if there is an agenda, they've got it next turn. So I'd probably want to have a go into HQ. So I think this turn's just another setup turn, apart from the last kick where we run R&D for a turning wheel. So maybe draw first. Okay. We may want to put one of the breakers down, depending on which breakers are going to be the most useful. Obviously, we've got total effectively is at strength 3, which does cover a reasonable amount of ice.
Right.
It says Custom Arctics, I just don't know what Custom Arctics plays.
Yeah. That's kind
which
of
is
the boat
part-
I'm in.
I would maybe say the Decoder. I'm going to take a punt on the Decoder. And then... what else do we want to do?
I think we can afford to put this casts down.
Okay, that's fine. Put the cast and then just run R&D.
Let it fire because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and do we want to continue? Is it too risky to continue, do you feel? It probably is, isn't it?
No, I think we can continue. We have the decoder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say the big thing that kills us out of their tableau is Fairchild. right?
Yeah. And that's obviously, again, the Ice Carver saving us some money there.
Right, and we have 3 Link now, so they're just not really going to contest it.
Yeah. Now, is there anything that is an agenda? They are going to go slightly poor now. But I do think we need to... So it's working out what the... So Whitehair we need to make a successful run first on, I believe.
So do we want to Jack Sinclair run R&D to see the top 2 cards? And then that's our only run, or what do we want to do?
So I'm just sort of doing the maths in my head, because I want to do. I'm tempted to say potentially HQ and let Citadel work potentially, or we don't make a run at all. Because what I want to do is run HQ to get a successful run and turning wall. Then we can play White Hat and then see what HQ is looking like, and then make a judgment call from there what we do next.
Okay, so let's run HQ.
Yeah. So
are we gonna just say fire the first one?
I think we have to. Yeah, we don't let that fire. Take a risk.
Hey, Kaneko guy. Hey, David. Not too bad.
Okay. No.
Balder,
Yeah, we have to let it
okay.
fire. Yeah, no choice.
Stop. Stop.
So
Do we want to fire White Hat now?
we do, yeah. So we need to see what's in there.
Oh look, we beat it.
Yeah, now we get some money as well. So okay, so one per relocation. Okay, that's restricted, I believe. Am I right on that?
I believe so.
Okay, that's useful to know.
Probably the Wampoa and the money is what we want to get rid of.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. If they want to start popping out Fairchild frees, we don't. That's fine with us. Okay, so that's not too bad.
Do we want to get some more money? Do we want to install more breakers?
I think we'll get some money. I think money's good. Yeah. So they'll probably start overdrawing now. Or pledge. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, us having a big Amakua is super bad for them.
Yes. So
we know they don't have any. They might have one agenda. Do you want to Jack run R&D and then continue with our setup, and then use the security nexus on Fairchild 3?
That's not the worst, yeah, because we can unload Liberator and get the breakers down. So yeah, that's not too bad. And just yeah.
Costs us 1 real credit to get through that. Feels pretty good.
Do we want to see more than one card, do you think? Or should we just let Tony will build up a bit more? Okay. That's
Do
fine.
we trash this or leave it? We trash it, right?
We trash it, yeah. I think that's... They're not overly rich at the moment. So I think it's Liberate.
We know we can't get Neurally Impede.
Yep.
Alright.
So what we need to do then, so there's a chance there's an Excalibur somewhere on that remote, if I'm honest. So there's a few options we've got before us. It's whether we use the Jack Sinclair one. If we do use Jack Sinclair, it's either Archives or on HQ, and hope the other ice doesn't punish us. We may have to let Slot Machine fire. Because the Tony Walls would be quite useful potentially, but it's just getting more of them could be quite expensive.
Sure.
So what do you think? It depends whether we think Excalibur on that remote or not, because I think that's the only thing that really would keep us out of the remote.
I think we might need to not Jack Sinclair run, and we need to just run that remote straight up.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Because if we do with Excalibur, we can always Nexus through it if we need to.
Yeah.
And money-wise, even if there's Excalibur and a board control, that
There it
doesn't
is.
mean very much. Yeah. Okay. So
Yep.
we Nexus.
Now, if they res the requisite 2 border controls they would need to keep us out here, then they don't have any money to advance.
Exactly.
And nicely, that also means the Excalibur is off R&D, which makes... Oof.
Okay, so maths time.
So it's 10 or 12 because the traces are no, it's cheaper to break it
Okay.
because our link is effectively 4 and those traces are each 12s, so it's 8 each time, so it's 16 or 10.
Although there is a counter argument, you let the tag one fire because then you clear one tag and they'll clear the other one at the end of turn.
Sure, but if we have to go back in more than once, it becomes the problem, right?
Yeah.
So there's the SSL.
Okay, so we leave Jenga. So they might be pushing next turn, knowing they're going to tax us out.
Do we want to try to see the top cards of R&D?
It's whether we go Hail Mary now or wait.
Do we want to draw once?
We can draw once, and then if not...
You do have sure gambles in this deck, right?
Yeah. So I think there's a debate. If they jam next turn, they can't really do much draw R&D, basically. So we can get into R&D next turn regardless. So we could gamble, put the Liberator down, and hope that we got another turn. If we don't, we can still Hail Mary R&D if we need to.
Okay. Yeah, let's put the money down so we have it.
And obviously we're still getting free drip next turn anyway, so we'll start the next turn on 7 regardless. And if they do jam, they've got no maneuver to res hardly anything.
Okay.
So, okay. I forgot about this as I was going to get him 3 credits.
So I think we should do the Jack run on R&D.
Yes, because if they res the ice, we can Nexus it and then decide what to do. If they don't,
The late game pressure of Security Nexus is so good.
yeah.
Alright, so let's bypass. And then we're gonna see the full 3, I would say, here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they are on
Oh.
Vitruvius projects.
Okay, so the question is, what do we think of that remote? If there's a border control, again, they can't score out of it.
Yeah, they can,
but
because they'll get the SSL drip.
Oh, of course, it's apologies, yeah. So realistically, that remote's probably not happening. I don't think we could even afford it anyway. We could gamble that it's not Vitruvius, but it could well be. We could risk R&D again. We would see a lot of new cards. Actually, no, we've used turn wheel up, so we see no new cards. So it's whether we gamble and say, look, if that's Vitruvius, congratulations, and under Liberated and hope for that.
Yeah, I think we have to just say, yeah, it's a Rashida, so
Okay.
we're still in it.
Yep.
They just blew past all the cards we had seen, which is very good.
Yeah. So at the very least, we can hopefully see a new card from the top. Obviously, we've got a lot of money now.
I think HQ might also be pretty nutrient rich.
It's possible now, yes. They've gone through quite a lot of cards. There's only one mystery in archives. Yes, it's definitely very rich now. So the only question is, do we Jack Sinclair anywhere?
Okay. So, do we want a Jack Sinclair HQ?
There's a few trains of thought. We can do that.
Or do we want to go into R&D?
We could go into R&D because if they don't res it, we can just jack out and get a free turning wheel.
Yeah, let's do that.
I always like making people res ice whenever possible.
Well, we are definitely going to have to use that.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And then we'll just let it boot us out.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if they put Excalibur on HQ, then that's the only thing that stops getting to HQ now.
Oh,
so do
good.
we want,
Thank you.
what do we want to do? So,
I would say drop this power tap and then go into HQ.
my only worry is if they get a Biotic. That's my one concern. Because if they've got a Biotic, they could just win next turn. And we may not have another shot of this. I could be guessing, but I would assume a custom Biotic might want at least one Biotic.
Sure.
And that's what we're looking for, the Biotic Vitruvius. So the other angle is, do we just want to get turning wheel tokens instead? Because we can break an Architect, or we can break a slot machine for only 4 credits. We even let it fire potentially, and then see if we can run it twice. So we can only, if we make 1 HQ on R&D, we to get 2 turning wheels. So we want to get a turning wheel from either HQ or R&D. So we run HQ.
But why wouldn't we also just take the access on HQ, I guess is my question.
Yeah, no, we can do that. No, that's a fair point. No, why not? No, that's completely fair. See what they res again. I am pleased, if nothing else, that we've had more use in Ice Carver in this one game that had the whole of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Carver is really good against, like, Glacier Ice. It makes Sunny's Breakers super duper good.
Yeah, I saw absolutely, none of this, which was a shame. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I said fire the encounter, not fire the subs. People forget that even if you're using a breaker where you break all, you still have to fire the encounter because it alters the board state.
Isn't the first time we lose 3 credits anyway? So, have we gained too much money?
No, it's
I
fine.
think we've. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna jack out here and then come back in for the double access.
Yeah, sure. I can go with that.
Or do you think we should just run through multiple times?
Well, it's going to cost us how much?
My clothes.
So it's whether we think that 4 credits is worth it or not.
Let's just go in.
I think so. I could be wrong, but I'm just convinced they're going to Bartic up next turn. Okay.
So now we have 2 cards.
Mhm. So.
Do we want to check R&D? Top 2?
Ooh.
I think they restored for Rashida. I think they're digging.
Fine. Yeah, let's go R&D. I like that. And it's whether they're digging for the agenda or the potential Biotic, which I'm convinced myself there is, and there probably isn't one. We'll have to ask them afterwards if Biotic was something they were looking for. It's also a shame we didn't get the Rizekis as well, because getting those early is really good as well.
I'm actually going to leave that other Rashida.
Yep, because we want the D-Turtle. Yeah, and then...
Yeah, we got to get a credit here. If they Biotic out here, they Biotic out here.
Yep. But we know at least 2 of those cards were of no use for them being able to Biotic out.
Hey, DJ. We have seen 1 Earthrise and 0 copies of Office Supplies.
I will say, I mean, I had some really good draw on the weekend. I mean, I think we've had some very, not less good draws. Sorry, but the fact we've had bad draw and still made a game of this is quite encouraging.
Now we also do have enough counters on Amakua now to get through Architect, assuming the game goes another turn.
Yes. Well, they've been pondering, so I'm guessing if they had it, they would have done something by now. Okay, so they got a 5-3 instead, I'm assuming.
I don't think we can touch that.
No, I agree.
I think we're gonna Jack Sinclair run the Architect, Jack out, get the 2 counters, and then do something with it.
Sure, I like the sound of that. Or do we go HQ instead? Okay. Because the benefit of HQ is depends. Well, I suppose you got to use Nexus before you see Slot Machine does. So actually, yes, it's not relevant in that regard. And again, if we'd seen the power taps early, how much money we would have right now?
Yeah.
It's all the stuff you want to see early is just 4 of the 6 cards you want to see early, sort of at the bottom of this deck somewhere.
Yeah. Reminder to people in chat that we have to decide whether or not we're using Slot Machine or using Nexus before Slot Machine encounter fires. Once we've hit the decision point that the encounter on Slot Machine is fired, we can't use Nexus.
Yeah. So
I think it's in R&D, and if we whiff, we go into archives and see what happens.
Yep, I'm happy with that. I completely agree. I think the fact they put a 3-2 in there means they didn't get something else they wanted, so there's a better.
We have gotten a tremendous amount of value out of this Ice Carver.
I mean, that's the thing I'm most happy about.
All right, it has to be in archives, right?
Possibly.
Oh, so there's probably going to be an Ikawa
Oh,
in there.
so yes, so Nickel we can't obviously get now. There's nothing we could have done about that. We couldn't get the money.
I guess our one saving grace is maybe there's a slot machine in there. Not a slot machine. SSL.
It is possible. We'll see.
Nothing.
Okay. Anything we can do? No.
No, we didn't get there.
Yeah, if we had some credits, we could obviously. Yeah, we can't do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, we just had a very slow setup there.
Hmm.
It happens. It's hard
Yep.
being the world's greatest mom, you know?
Yep. So I believe you had a regional at Philadelphia. How did that go on the weekend?
It went well. I did the TOing and the commentary, but we had a great turnout. A lot of fun. Dan D came out. We played some Crokinole.
How many cards was he having to read during that tournament?
A number. A not zero number of cards.
Okay, so RP. Okay. So they took a mulligan as well. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go get that. Clearly.
Yes, I'm just thinking to myself, whether we use juices to do it or not. We could do make a regular one.
Well,
Or we got an archive.
we got some other we've got some other draws, so we can Deuces
Yep.
for money and an Expose, hit Archives,
Yeah.
and then go out there.
Yep, that sounds good.
Let's see what the R&D ice is. Tour guide. Okay, not surprising, which is neat because now we can run there, knowing that
Yep.
it doesn't do damage.
Yep, and if they raise, they spend money. If they're not, we get free access. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, do you want access? We do. Thank you. And then we'll go get rid of that money card. Yeah, Sundew will end your life.
Yep.
And then probably just put down Earthrise, get some bucks.
Yes, we have office supplies if we need to as emergency money, if we get really desperate.
It's worth noting that that tour guide is now blank until they spend more money, which feels really nice.
Yep.
That's okay, though. They got some good money. I'm hoping maybe if we can get our drip set up a little earlier this game, it'll really showcase the deck a lot more.
Definitely, yeah, because I think not getting that was not ideal.
Alright, so what are we doing?
Well, we're still not particularly rich, but then nor are they, which is kind of nice. I think
Do we want to do the Anarchshire gamble?
we do. Unfortunately, I can't think of anything else. We don't want to throw any of those cards away at this moment. Okay,
How many copies of Nexus do you have?
2. So unfortunately, that means next time we've got to deal with that. Unfortunately,
Yeah, we got to deal with that.
but at least we now know exactly what this deck is basically trying to do.
So probably drop this turning wheel.
I'm just thinking. No, I was just doing some maths here in my head very quickly. No, it doesn't work. No, I was trying to see whether I can get liberated down in the turn and 3 trash buy effects, but we can't do that. Unfortunately, just super annoying. Yeah, we could drop turning wheel because we can just run R&D for the turning wheel because that RP doesn't specify a successful run. It says a run on a central server, so we just get some value from it.
Then go over here. We'll trash this. Mark, my guest is Rotage, otherwise known as Dave Saya, the author of the deck we are currently playing. I mean, they're playing the Tiger Bread deck.
Yeah, okay. I have seen it on that when I do. I've not looked at it in depth. But they're poor. I mean, yes, we've got tailbacks, but apart from that, annoyingly, the original versions list had 3 scrubbers in it, which I took out at the last minute, which would be very useful now.
Oh, perfect. Or somewhat perfect. We're still short.
I think we can still. I'm just doing it again.
So there's
Yeah,
nothing
okay.
mission critical in here. I think our most important thing is we want to get liberated on the table.
Yeah, I think at the moment we're just sort of just going along. We're not. As we get Liberated down, we can actually start pushing ahead a little bit. Yeah, because if we lose some of those cards, it's not great, but it means next time we can very easily challenge the Bio FX, potentially challenge the Turtlebacks, which may not be the worst idea either.
Yeah,
Because
if we
there's-
can challenge next turn the Turtlebacks and the bioethics, that dramatically changes the game, right?
Yeah. What agenda suite does this deck run? Do you know?
The Tiger Bread deck?
Yeah.
Let me go over here. Oh, did I delete it? It's got
That's okay. I've got it in front of me now.
viral weaponizations and Jeeves and stuff.
Yeah. So 2 Future Perfect Project. Yaga Uda. I apologise for my butchered pronunciation.
Yeah.
A Philotic and yeah, the Vase Weaponization.
Let's see if a hostile gets rezzed here.
Again, I wouldn't be the saddest if they want to do that, because yeah, I like this.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of the Turtlebacks.
Oh, I see. So their recursion is actually team sponsorship. That is the only recursion they have. Apart, yeah, it's okay.
Did they have... So that's all 3 of them?
Yep.
Wild.
and only one breach dome. So I think actually you can check. Okay, so it looks like they are trying to push something out.
Is that going to be a Turtlebacks res? No. Okay.
This
is very good. All right.
Yes.
Do we want to hit HQ? Worst they could res is an Ike.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Now, the neat thing is, all three bioethics are gone, and they don't have... This deck doesn't run preemptive. It has no operations.
Yes, it's got team sponsorship, so...
So if we can hold him down, or them down, and keep them from scoring, then that's it. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And also, Turtlebacks, there's already a Turtlebacks gone. Although we are quite poor ourselves now.
Yeah, but we're getting there. We really just need to find, like, one Rizeki, and we're in much better shape, right?
Yes, Rizeki would be really good right now.
Ooh. That could be nice. Do we want to try to hit HQ? Oh, well, no, because it could be a Cortex lock.
Yeah, so I think, no, we want to... We either deal with the Turtlebacks and see what server rate is. So the only damaging card we could hit is the single breach dome. And then it's credit up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm comfortable with that, right?
Yeah. Because again, that's the second turtle in the bin, and
tech startup.
Okay, that's fine.
Working hard.
So I wonder what they'll fetch with that, I wonder. Possibly Sanji. Because they can 600 in the remote. Although they can't res the ice immediately, so...
Maryland campaign.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
What are people playing on Corp side and Runner side? What was the London field like?
So there was quite a lot of Argus. There was some Gagarin as well. There was a Kronos that I faced.
Was it the Exploding Brain combo deck?
It was a slightly different version of that, which I lost to. It had sort of overwriters and other things. There was also a Fear the Masses Nat deck, which I'd heard about and I then faced.
Interesting.
I've looked at builds myself, so I kind of figured what it was trying to do, and I just wasn't fast enough. And then there was quite a bit of Anarchs and Criminals. It was quite a nice mix. There were some Lats. There's all kinds of stuff. There wasn't sort of one thing in particular. Only 2 Blue Suns, which always makes me sad. I'm not seeing more Blue Sun.
Alright, so what do we want to do here?
So they're going to get money.
Hang on one second. Somebody just knocked on my door.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you in Dave's capable hands. 1 second, everybody.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't see the chat at the moment, unless once it appears on screen. Yeah, this is an interesting one. We've obviously got the biofix in the bin. 2 Turtlebacks in the bin. Obviously, they're going to get the Marilyn, which is going to give them some money. But I do wonder if agendas are beginning to sort of stack up now. They've had no DBS, so no ways to sort of filter their draw. We're nearly halfway through the deck and only seen 4 points worth of agendas. So I'm beginning to think maybe there's something in HQ. But as Dan's mentioned, running HQ Cortex Lock would be very punishing, and so it's just a risk. Oh, hi. I was just happily chatting away, discussing that I think there's agendas in HQ, but we probably can't risk the HQ run yet because of Cortex Lock.
All right. So what do we want to do? We're really poor.
Yeah, so we need money. And I think if we draw to credit casts, because we've got the O5s, and we'll have to get some money and draw coming in next turn and see what they do. The Marilyn is not ideal, but we can. By essence, effectively, what we've done, we've slowed down their start of game and our start of game. That's not the
We
worst.
can just get some drip going, though, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just loudly opening a box.
Yeah.
My mail or package deliverers, my house is in the middle of a cul-de-sac, and they frequently deliver my packages to the people on the other sides of my house because the numbering system isn't clear.
Yeah, that's not what you want, no. Okay, so...
Okay, so they got some drips going. Let's see what we draw. Oh yeah, somebody asked why you would pick Rizeki over data folding.
A few reasons. One, it's cheaper. Two, obviously MU's not an issue for Sunny at all. Three, STS. So, and that did happen a few times where you hit an STS. Yeah, it's not ideal, but I'd rather trust Rizeki than one of my breakers.
I think that's fair.
And thirdly, if they do get an early scarcity, at least it's some economy that I can put down. And those are the reasons, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really fond of Rizeki lately in a lot of my decks.
So my hunch is I reckon one of server 11 or 12 is an agenda.
Okay, so do we
They've
want
got
to check
money.
that?
I think so. We've got tour guides, so we can easily bounce off and again get turning wheels. I could be very wrong on this, but I've just got this nagging feeling. Or there's a team sponsorship or Jeeves is the other card. That's my theory. We'll see. And if not, we need to keep them honest. We didn't check the other cards recently. Yeah, get rid of that. And then check. Hopefully we're right, because the money would be really nice. That's a really good shout, actually. I completely forgot. Okay. Apologies, I was completely wrong there.
I think it's got to be the white hat is what we get rid of.
Yes, I think the white hat, yes.
New headphones. I'm actually using my wife's headphones right now. I finally busted mine at the tournament, so I needed to get a new set of headphones for myself. Very exciting things happening on chat, talking to you about my headphone situation.
So, do we let that card go on the assumption is that they, if they had the ice, they'd put it in front of the agenda?
Look at
Or
that.
is it okay, that answers that question then. Okay.
So they
That's
don't
fine.
want us trashing their stuff.
So, we have a free turn, what we can actually do, because effectively we're not going after hostile this turn, I don't think.
We don't have,
So
yeah,
we
right.
can-
We don't have to check anything this turn.
So we can actually set up a bit. So, we've got the card, so we can draw once. This again, be useful.
Let's draw.
Nope. So credit a bunch and cast. We can obviously off supplies next turn for draw, knowing that we'll have money to actually install the things.
Yeah, we're having a time. That's the word I would use. But yeah, I also needed a new set of headphones that can actually be used with my phone, whereas my old streaming headphones were USB, which obviously doesn't plug into phones. 1 second.
So, okay, another hostile. That's fine. So again, we can ignore server 15. I'm not sure why they're pre-resing these hostiles because I
Right.
guess because it means it allows us to not have to deal with remotes now because 15 can't be anything that it can't be an agenda, so
Right.
we can just set up more. So stacks to kill will be useful. Annoyingly, we can't get the liberated down. Although if we put the cast down, the next time we'll have money for liberated.
Yeah. And then I don't know.
Good question. What's in the bin so far?
We did lose the Citadel. You have 3 copies of Citadel?
It might be 2. I can't remember top of my head. I should know these sort of things. This is a tough one.
You only have 2 copies of Citadel, so we...
Definitely can't get rid of that.
I think we already lost the power... No, we didn't lose the power taps yet.
So I guess it's either... maybe...
the Sentry Breaker is too valuable to us.
Yes. I'm just looking through the ice lists. Possibly the turtle. I don't know what the turtle really does.
Yeah, I think the turtle's our worst card.
Because obviously we'll use Shrike for tour guide. Just scanning through the ice. Yes, I'm guessing. Okay, so the mariners have gone. So at some point they're going to try and get an agenda out, I think.
Yay.
Ideally with team sponsorship because they need to get their stuff back.
Let's scroll down. Getting rid of those early turtlebacks is such a super huge deal for us. What do we think this ice is on this remote?
So, I think the only card ice that actually keeps us out is tour guide and envelope.
Well, the big thing is they're going to try to viral weaponization wipe our hand.
Yes.
So at the very least, this turn we need to make sure that Shrike hits the table.
Correct. Yes.
Let's use Jackson Clear to run R&D.
Yeah,
that
sounds good.
Opens up our options.
So, do we install Liberate, use Liberate, install Shrike? Or maybe...
I think that has to be...
I think Shrike's 1 is 5. Yeah.
That has to be the play, because if we lose Shrike, we really can't win this game.
Yes. And at least now, we can always Hail Mary whenever we want to for 2 credits. We've got lots of turning wheels.
Yeah.
In fact, do we even consider doing that next turn, maybe? Do a Jackson Clare run and pay 2 to see, because if that current fires, that'll give us, what, 4 credits?
Yeah.
Although I suspect they're going to ice, they might ice R&D soon. The agendas must be somewhere. I can't believe they're all in their hand.
I think maybe they are in their hand, huh?
Hmm. We've also got Service 17, which we may want to just double check what that is. Okay, so that's an agenda clearly.
Alright. So, do we want to make
so we can
Jackson Clare R&D?
Yep, because that's
do we
safe.
want to check that remote?
So let's just think through the options. The fact they've double advanced it means it's probably is the viral weaponization. Probably. 17 could be a team sponsorship. Yes, we'd lose 2 cards if we trash it, but then if that's viral weaponization, we lose everything anyway, and they get no recursion. We could risk running it, but that'd be actually suicidal, I think, because if that's a Cortex lock. Actually, no, we can break a Cortex lock.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. And they're not particularly rich at the moment.
Okay.
That is an agenda, actually, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Do we offload cards from our hand to reduce the impact of a viral weaponization?
Yes. It's not a Flotic, so we know there's nothing else that's scary, so we might as well.
Yeah.
And because we know it's an agenda. I was going to say, I probably would have installed the... Actually, we didn't have the money for Citadel, did we? So that's fine.
Yeah, we didn't. We would have needed 8 to install all 3.
Yeah. The shield is a bit annoying, unfortunately, but it helps them recover.
We are working hard.
Hmm.
But yeah, people could see I got my super rad TWRP Starlight Brigade shirt on from the concert last night. You doing alright down there, Balder? Alright. What are they doing? So they installed something new in server 10.
I'm guessing that could be... okay, no.
Team
No idea.
sponsorship.
But they're not scoring that agenda, so... I mean, if we can get the decoder out, we go for that, 100%.
Yeah.
Although... So we run... do what we've been doing the whole time, just keep poking that R&D.
Yeah. Alright. Do we want to see if we
So-
can draw our decoder?
I'm just doing the numbers in my head, what we want to run this turn. Yeah, we could draw once.
Cool, I guess we're getting some drip down. Do we want to just drop these 3 cards?
Yes, because yes, I think so.
We
Be
can
nice
still just win this game with like a huge rip, right?
I mean, the
Like-
fact of the matter, yes, and I think that we'll certainly have to look at doing that. I think. So money. Guessing it has to be. I mean, I keep saying this. There has to be a Jeeves or team sponsorship somewhere. There's team sponsorship. This is fine though, because they're gonna have to.
Oh. Oh. They're not going to have
Oh.
enough money if it's a 5-3.
Unless they just want to take these Jeeves for money. I mean, they may want to undo that. I'm guessing. No, I suppose they get the money back from Marilyn, I guess. So the other option, of course, is whether we poke HQ because they may be so poor they can't res anything on HQ.
Losing our first copy of Nexus when we're only running 2 copies in a 50-card deck feels so
That-
incredibly bad.
Yes, I would have made it. Yeah, because obviously the power with the money we've got, we could have gone into that remote and taken whatever that advanced card is.
I really would like to stress, though, for our viewing audience, the removal of these turtlebacks has just like devastated the tempo engine that they tried to build with this deck.
Yes, exactly.
Like they're scrapping so hard to try to like get the money to do things, and that's super good for us.
Okay. So again, we'll see what Earthwise gives us.
Right, because like imagine if turtlebacks were still down, right? So that's something else over. What is happening?
I'm generally really confused now.
Do we want
So I
to
think we.
Jack Sinclair run R&D?
Yep.
Do we want to run server 21 and see what that is?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing. If they want to res anything, then you can make some poorer. The problem they've got is a tour guide, which would be amazing. Right now, does nothing basically.
Yeah, they just res the tour guide. We'll break that for 2.
Yep.
Any number, baby.
And that's another little side benefit of Sunny was the Shrike would also be really good against tour guide, which
Right, is good against Gagarin, good against RP.
yeah. So, and again with Ice Carver and Nancy, you can back in Nancy for 4 credits. I'm happy with that.
Viral weaponization, there it is. Is that
Nice.
just an NGO in that other remote?
They don't pay NGOs, I don't think. That is an agenda. That is an actual agenda if we can get to it.
Oh, and the money trace is firing.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. Oh, look, we beat it. Man, gain 6 credits. Feels great.
So
I'm just drawing. We need.
At the very least, I want to try and give that team sponsorship. Oh, we got turtles. We can. Oh, we didn't get it in time.
Yeah, let's
so we
just
could
put it, let's just put it down.
Yes, because then at least that turns off Fimbulwig as another bit of ice that we don't have to worry about anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this position now.
Yeah. And especially now with the Rizeki's
Yeah.
ticking down every turn.
Yeah, so now they've got to score whatever this is, and they've got no choice, whatever it is.
What
Yeah,
is-
it's feature perfect. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to score that, right?
Yeah, so do we want to do a big dig somewhere?
I think HQ is probably pretty rich. Let's see.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Well, do
install
we-
the Sundew from Archives probably behind the tour
Well,
guide. Oh no!
So do
they're
we
gonna-
want? So obviously we can Jackson claim to HQ because I don't know what they can res.
I don't think they can res anything.
So I know most will have a credit, and if there is an Aki, fair enough. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Jackson Clay HQ.
And then we're gonna see all three, right?
Yeah, and we don't even need to use all our tokens. We'll have some tokens left over.
Yeah.
We've got the Nexus. So yeah, things are looking. I think now it's a case of see what's in HQ, see the top card of R&D, and then deal with any key assets, any new things.
Well, there are 2 resed hostiles.
Yeah, so we do need to check any new remotes, just to keep them honest. Did you? Yeah. Nice.
All right, we won it.
Yep.
Good game.
Yeah, and that's a great example of what's, as I say, we lost tempo ourselves, but by keeping them down, we was able to recover quicker in the end
Mm-hmm.
with our drip and other money. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to head off now, Dan. So it was thanks for having me on as always. I'm glad we got to win a game.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, and I'm glad we got to win a game. And I'm probably playing Shaper this weekend, so I'll let you know what I end up taking.
Are you playing
And,
a Stargate? Are you playing a Stargate Shaper?
I might be playing a very boring Shaper, unless I think of something really interesting. We'll see. Probably Aesop Haley. It seems fairly good at the moment. I've not played Shaper for a while.
Yeah, Palangi's pretty good with Aesop Haley.
Yeah, I need to get. I think I've got a spare slot at the moment, which is undecided. So I've got a few options, which I'm looking at. I just want to make it more spicy, more interesting. As you all know, like my random stuff. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, have a good one.
Okay. You too. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Alrighty. Let us find ourselves a new game. Playing Earth's Greatest Mom. Sonny LeBeau. Very good. We really have to manage our early games super duper well. Draws are real rough. These 50 card decks. It's pretty rough. Part of me almost wants to try to get like a John Mass into this deck to try to speed it up a little bit. But then of course we have to draw the John Mass in order for it to do anything. Let me see if I can switch over to my new headphones real quick while we wait. There we go. Switched over to my new headphones that are designed for my giant melon head. Oh, good, the IG. My favorite. So I think the game plan here is just to try to win as fast as we can off of centrals. I'm not very good at fighting assets, and that seems to be what a lot of the Jinteki .net meta is right now. I'm not asking for much. I think one of the biggest things is that I'd like to start the game with a sure gamble as Sunny. That sure does make a huge difference. Hey Chris, welcome. They sure are trying to make... Oh, we're 1-1. Current's probably our worst card. We just need to set up some drip and pressure centrals. We need to find a copy of the turning wheel. Can you guys and girls and everybody else still hear the music? How's the volume of the music relative to my voice? Yeah, so they're overdrawing a ton for something. Alright, so let's draw. Let's hit R&D. We're not trashing anything. Okay, so that's a psychic field. I have no idea what they're trying to do here. Let's go in here. Let's try to get the future perfect first. I think that is one. Let's eat a bunch of breach domes. So now the clock is reset on that, and we got a 5-3 agenda. We just have to watch out for the exploding brain. I think probably one of our biggest advantages is that we have the tools to deal with the tour guides and the ice that a lot of these asset decks are leaning on, both in the form of Strike and in the form of Security Nexus. I think that's very good. Alright, so this turn we're going to drip for 4. We're not going to make a Jack Sinclair run. We're going to hit this, we're going to put this down, and then let's poke HQ. We'll fail it on purpose. We'll put this down, and then we'll ditch the other copy of Jack. Now we've got the kind of... Oh, I didn't realize nobody told me that my face was covering the stuff. Come on, everybody. Where can I put my dumb face? I guess down there. Now we've got the whole econ engine going. Here, Boulder, you want me to open up that box for you? There you go. Yeah, so we're gonna just keep poking around now. No. I am not going to Gen Con this year. I'm currently out of work, so I don't have the cash to warrant really any conventions until PAX Unplugged. Alright, so they're going for a Ronin kill. Let's make a Jackson Claire run on R&D for some ice reses. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Oh, I guess I'm gonna get dedicated Ronin killed. Yay. Good game, I guess. This deck seems kind of slow. A lot slower than I would usually like. Let's go into the laboratory. All right. But what if I guess our biggest concern playing this style of build anywhere besides Sunny is that our programs take up, our breakers take up memory, making, yeah, I know, it's what's on this overlay. There you go. So, the Security Nexus plan works a little less well out of anybody that's not Sunny, unless you're being 419, where you can just lean on Turtle super hard, right? It's tough. Well, let's think about it. What's the ideal breaker suite here? Let's think about it. There hasn't been a good Shaper Nexus deck in a really long time. So let's get some of the classics in there. Let's get some SMCs. Probably 2 clone chips. Turning wheel. Probably 1 stim hack. Diesel. Yeah, I guess we don't have enough outside of criminal. You're not going to be firing the traces enough, right? To warrant being on a power tap strategy anymore. That's the real trick, right? Oof. I mean, we could. We could get 2 John Mass in there. Our biggest issue is going to be breakers. So, Gordian Nano, not Diana's Hunt. Nanotech. And Gauss, I guess. Feels terrible. Need a misdirection. See, we're not gonna have that. We're not gonna have the MU for all this now. Is the problem, right? We do have a lot of 2s, so we could also get some Kushuks. We don't want Stim Hack, because then, we can't actually use Lat's ability. We can get an Ice Carver in, which would be pretty good. Maybe a Pilot. No, see, I don't know. We could get Scrubber, but then we'd have to cut even more stuff, right? Money is always the problem with Shaper, right? Scrubber is also a 2 cost card. Here, let's try that. What's the worst that could happen? We need some sort of MU source. Can probably actually get... Maybe just 2 Kushuks. And then we need, like... Need, like, a Leprechaun, but that's not very efficient. Yeah, we'll do Leprechaun. I have no idea if this is going to be good. We're going to find out. This is a pretty good hand. We'll keep this. Death and taxes. Interesting. Alright, and Lat triggers and draws us a card. Classic. Oh no, too big. I suppose I should also probably get like a feedback filter in a deck like this. Alright. Let's go here. Let's see what this is. We're just gonna keep drawing. Lat is a lot easier to trigger than I initially thought when I saw how the card was printed. This is also an opportunity for them to burn a shitload of their money, which is always nice. Because we've got the combo that we originally thought of for this deck already down. We're already showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards for Kushuk. So that's going to be like a House of Knives, maybe. Ooh, a Sting. Alright, they got us. But there's nothing super mission critical there. Yeah, so they're using their cards as fast advance batteries. So we'll pick up some money there at the end of the turn. Kind of poke around, see what we can pick up, right? Now, clicking to get some credits. Let's run R&D. Thinking. I guess that fires, right? Good game. Not enough money. I think one of the biggest things is right now Shaper really has to lean hard on Stim Hack and other ways to like get money cards down early. I think if you're doing any kind of like I break ice strategy and not like cheating your way around ice, you need to be on Kabinessa Wu because you need to be able to get your econ cards down like super early in order to have like a strong chance. It's tough, right? Smoke should be good, but the problem is we have the juxtaposition of Smoke being really good against Glacier and then just having a not very good matchup against Asset Spam, and those are the two most popular decks. The struggle for runners right now is building something that is strong against both archetypes. Right? I think that's the real struggle right now. And that's why you have people doing things like the Security Nexus 419, because the 419 ability and just a lot of the passive econ that criminals still have, even without crowdfunding, is really strong versus both comers. Same with just Anarch in a general sense. Like when you have lots of money, when you have bad pub, you can compete on both fronts. But Shaper just has a much harder time doing that. Here, let's go back into the lab. Right? I'm planning on doing a long stream this afternoon, so let's go back into the lab. And let's try to build something together. Let's do Woo. Let's do some classic business, right? I think you gotta have 3 stim hack as Shaper. You have to have it. There's no way around it. We'll get the clones. We'll get the casts, maybe. Actually, we'll leave the casts out for now. Definitely want Beth. Definitely probably want... No, see, I really want to steer away. I really want to steer away from having like any resources at all as Shaper. Let's get 3 Akamatsus in there. Let's get an Astrolabe in there. Let's get Stargate. I like a Stargate. Let's get Mad Dash as our restricted. See, I guess if I do this, I guess my question is Lamb the prime restricted card in Shaper right now for this style of deck? Or can I do this with reg breakers, like do like David, do the scavenge, rejig, combo shenanigans, get like a lady, a Gauss, Angolo, Nano. Oh, not what I meant. Maybe Ica even. Yeah, I mean, I prefer to use the stim hack plan to get them out. Let's get some turning wheels. What am I missing? Clot? Now, friend of the show, Russell, was using pad taps in Woo, and I honestly think that that's a pretty inspired choice. I just really don't like having clot index. Maybe 1 to 2 Cotty. Do we need a Leprechaun? Well, we definitely need Misdirection. Can't forget that. We can get a Parisia, feedback filter. We probably need a leprechaun. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. This is not a good opening hand. This is a little better, not much. So that's going to be like the AR. We are going to get a lot of free draws this game, which is nice. Getting the Astrolabe early is a big deal. There we go. There we go. So getting some big money early is pretty huge. Let's just keep building. Yeah, and we'll put the Leprechaun down. There's never going to be, like, the right time to install it. Let's draw. Let's go get Rozeki. Let's scavenge it. Let's put more money on Kadi. Store more money. Let's put down Beth. Let's draw. Let's gain a credit. So part of me wants to like go get that commercial bankers group. No, because then we can't clear tags, right? I guess we were just gonna do this for like a big, massive install. Come on. All right. Okay, so first things first. Let's take all this money. Let's get rid of that. Let's get misdirection out. And let's clear all 3 tags. Now we're gonna have a better ability to control all the assets here. Let's start poking centrals. And then we just need to set up the Stargate, right? Because now we're dripping for a lot of money. Let's check out R&D. Let's let the trace fire, since we are a 1-link runner. That's true, I could have just tried to beat the trace instead of using... I was only playing on making 1 run that turn, so... But yes, that would have been the correct play. So I guess... we'll just get this clone chip out of our hands. We don't want to put the Stargate down at the end of the turn. We got them in a good place money-wise. So let's put down Stargate. Let's Stargate. Let's let the trace fire here. We'll get rid of the exchange of information. And then we'll clear the tags. Right, because AR affects Stargate. Because we're trashing the cards. Big oof energy. Set HQ. Oh, no, no, no. Gotta get rid of the Parisia. Alright, I think we're just gonna go on to our backup plan of turning wheel counters, right? Since they're being kind enough to put these nice hard in the run ice on the outside. Hey, Findette. We're gonna have to overwrite something. It's probably gonna need to be this misdirection so that we can get a lady down. This is probably gonna be a raven. Oh no, okay. Not as bad as I thought. And then here we'll just let the trace fire. And then until their credit total gets high again, we can just let traces fire. Let's basically build our own deep data mining. Can't really afford to trash. Alright, we're on the board at least. We can just mine sucker counters like we're an anarch. So let's see what they install here. So let's go look at what that card is. Let's keep this money down. Man, does this scenario ever stink so bad that we just cannot find any of our other sources of MU. But we'll get there. Because we are still just kind of like dripping into eternity, which makes landing those traces harder for them. I'm not giving up on Stargate. necessarily. I always knew this day would come. Okay, let's get in there. Before I forget, let's get rid of that. I think we're in pretty good shape. Let's go run there, see what that is. Click 1. Next turn, we're gonna mad dash into R&D, and we'll probably win off of that pull. So let's do that first. Drip City works sometimes. We're going to be accessing 6 cards here. Thank God, at least we got something. So it's got to be an HQ, right? Let's hit server 12. Because we still haven't found the last deal. We'll let the trace fire. Okay. Let's get our last cards. Let's think. Yeah, it's got to be an HQ. So let's... I'm just trying to think of like what's going to be the most cost-effective way of dealing with this. Is it going to be just letting the trace fire? Probably, right? Yeah, let's just let the trace fire here. Okay. There it is. Good game. Drip. Drip will get you there, right? If you can get it set up. So what are some of the common barriers that we're most concerned about in the current metagame? This seems good. We'll do the classic versus Polana chestnut of install pad tap and then draw a card so it immediately fires. They're almost certainly going to trash that. Or maybe not. Yeah, the concern I always have, Chris, with playing Lady is you can get taxed out on border controls, right? But using a slot on Inti always like feels incredibly terrible, right? So it's always kind of a tough call, right? Sorry, just doing a bit of a setup turn there. Baba Yaga. Ooh, encrypted portals. Okay. So luckily we do have David's, which we're probably going to be getting most of our mileage out of this game. No, Inti's great against border control, but I think we might be moving away from like a border control in every deck meta, with everybody moving towards asset spam and stuff, because it is an influence hog, right? That might be a meta call if I'm expecting like a lot of Blue Sun Argus, Polana Glacier, Sports Metal Glacier, then I pack the backup Inti to deal with the border controls, right? Let's draw. Let's draw again. Do we have an SMC in the bin? No, but we can go tutor one. We need to get Leprechaun on the table pretty soon. The fact that they haven't gotten rid of this pad tap is incredible to me. But I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. Alright, let's draw. Let's draw again. Let's put that down. Just go ahead. Get one of the SMCs out. Turn it into the Leprechaun right away. So now we have another one in the bin. Probably just put a David out, not on the Leprechaun. Now each one of our draws is 1 credit for them and 2 credits for us. So let's see what's over here. Let's get N'Golo out. And we have the David for the Chiashi. Ready and waiting. That's a huge, huge deal. Okay, so it is an NGO, but we got some knowledge. We know what they've got up their sleeves. We're going to put down Kadi, clicker once, and increase our backup memory. I don't think we mess with that server unless there's an advancement on a card. We're just gonna keep building late game. I really like the combination of the pad taps with the drip, with the Kadi Jones. We're getting a lot of value here. Is this gonna be another encrypted portals? Okay. Let's poke HQ, see what's there. These Enigmas certainly become really good after a single encrypted portals is scored. So I think that's not an agenda. I think that's an NGO. I don't think they would have gone as ham on rezzing stuff if that wasn't a money card. I could get burned here, but if I do, that also puts them on 0, which is pretty good for us. So I was wrong. It is an agenda. But that puts them on 0, so we should be able to manage a free Stargate here. So let's go ahead and do that. Pryrek. Let's go get it. That'll put us at 5. I really like this engine we just built. This is feeling like a pretty strong Shaper engine here. Let's Stargate. And like I predicted, we're going to be leaning very heavily on David this match. I like just having mountains of money. Having mountains of money in Shaper is very good. The fact that they haven't gotten rid of these pad taps is completely insane to me. Cryptid Portals. Mad Dash it for the win. Good game. Fake points, baby. Oh, right. You know what I was gonna... That should still work. Give me 1 second. There's something I want to add to my Stream Deck. I want to see if it works the way that I think that it does. What happens if I hit this button? Does that make a clip? It's supposed to make a clip. So, I don't know if it actually does that. Oh well. I'll have to explore that more later. So what do we think? Oh no, it does. It makes a clip. So I now have the ability to do the clips myself. Yeah, let me go ahead and delete those garbage clips. That's pretty rad. Alright, what do we think of the engine we've built here? Alright, I don't like this opener. We need a little bit more oomph. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, we just need to get set up in, like, Stargate lock, right? That's cute. I'm actually going to get rid of the Audacity. Wait. Wait. We did not get any of our drip set up, so we're probably not going to be fast enough this game. Perfect. See if we can rip an Atlas. We sure can't. Alright, Let's Stargate. We are going fast, 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 fast. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be fast enough this game. Oh yeah, you're right. I should have let that fire. What are they gonna go get? Audacity? Reconstruction contract, okay. That's pretty wild. Okay. We have to find the last Atlas. There we go. That's what we needed. Somehow we are still in this. It's a wild time to be alive. And of course they had it. Good game, I guess. I mean, that's tough. I think we played as well as we could have there, but there's not much counter there for them having like the exact cards that they needed to win the game out of over half the deck being left behind. Now, I guess we could have tried there to get the drip out, but I don't know how much that would have helped us. Another Titan deck. See what the top card of R&D is. Trash that. Let's go again. Let's go R&D. Got that border control res. I don't like giving out all that money. Let's get the Rizekis out. Let's go back to the normal game plan. Get the Leprechaun out. Oh. They're like a 54 card deck. Let's go get the Stargate. Because we're the type of deck that we are, we're just giving them like an absurd amount of money with all these rejigs and stuff because of death and taxes. What does Wake Up Call say? There's going to be another border control here. IPO maybe? Okay, so we're on the board. We're gonna get punitived. Yep, double punitive. Oh no, okay. Rad. They're gonna do a value punitive here, which feels fine to me. Let's Stargate. We'll get rid of the SDS drone deployment. All right. Let's Stargate. We're gonna break, and we're gonna let them gain the 1 because we gain 2. I don't know what they're using that Aurela Salvatore for, but we're gonna get rid of it. And we're just dripping away, right? Let's Stargate. So do we think that's an agenda? I think we have to behave as if it is, right? If that's an SDS, we're in trouble. Or maybe it's a broad daylight. Or something like a false flag. Let's see what's HQ. Now, if we strike here, then we go into archives and try to win that way. Corporate Town. Alright, we actually want the David in the trash so we can go get it at will. Couldn't possibly be like a vanity project. Go see what this is. No, we can't afford to mad dash here. We'll mad dash on the next 5-3 we see. We want to know what this is first. Another standoff. Yeah, I know. Gotta keep the drips going. Let's draw. We're certainly working hard, huh? These pad taps have come up in like every game. Was that an AgSec the whole time? Wild. How many of... So all of our recursion is gone in the form of the scavengers and rejigs. It's going to be Rashida. Hey, Pink Warrior. It's going to be Connie, right? No, I mean, that's fine. We get the turn to take Cotty down. I think we've still got this. So let's take all the money. Let's stargaze. Let's go get Ica so we have it, and then basically, I was gonna say, basically as long as this isn't a border control, we win the game. Pad tap in Shaper is super duper good. Nobody ever wants to deal with it. Oh, these new headphones are so comfy. Oh, and they fit my giant melon. Oh, so good. It's a hard life when your head is enormous. I just can't quit Shaper. I can't quit these spirit balls, you know? They're too good. Okay, sorry, taking a little too long to pick a deck. This is good. I'm excited to test out this matchup. Let's see what happens. This is a good opener, too. It's going to be event. Oh, program. Okay, perfect. If they border control here, I don't necessarily know that that's a great value for them. I mean, you did it, I guess. Because unless they have an inexpensive ice to immediately follow that with, I don't know if that was the best play. Those border controls are pretty precious, right? I mean, they're probably going to be on 1 to 2 preemptive, but I don't know if that was the right play there. Not, well, they don't know this, but we also still can just go get another SMC and stim hack in there. Okay. So we'll have the tags. I gotta math this. So let's put that down. No, that's not gonna work. No, it will work. Yes. Okay. Oh, no, it's not going to work. Because I'm not going to have enough clicks left. Then I guess we'll just draw a card, and we're going to hope we're not going to die. I think we're still okay. Our MU situation isn't ideal. Let's draw 2 cards. Let's clear all these tags. Let's check, see what this is. They're gonna try to kill us, maybe. Thankfully, we are a link runner. Oh, they're exchange based, of course, yeah. So we just need to maintain our money advantage. We just need to get some more of our MU tools down so that we can effectively do that. And then we'll set up the Stargate to try to close ASAP. Let's draw. Let's get in there. Sure. Let all subroutines fire. Well, we're here, so we're going to continue on. Are they willing to bust their bank again? No. Okay. We just need to set up for our late game. Not ideal. We just need any source. What did they pick as their thing? This is rough. I love how... I do appreciate how aggressively they are trashing Pad Tap. Yeah, okay. So they're going to try to see source exchanges. So we're just going to gain money and we're going to try to win. Off of a single Stargate steal. That's what we're going to do. They can have all the money dollars in the world. We're going to win off of Stargate and Mad Dash. I think that's our out, right? I think it's interesting how scrappy these Rizeki-based shapers end up feeling, right? The econ isn't normally slow. We just have people who know what we're about, so they've been trying to push past us, right? So I think we're going to let that one go. Alright, let's see if we can make it happen. Let's take all the credits. Let's install Stargate. And then let's Stargate. There goes the exchange. Let's draw once. Let's put down pad tap. Our mission here is to dodge a sea source, so I think we need to force some ice reses. Let's hit HQ. Let's hit server 5. Okay. Let's just eat the tags. Oh yeah, I probably should mad dash it. Don't be an NGO. No, but it is a GFI. So let's go here. It's okay. I think we can still win this. We're not out yet. We're just letting these fire now. Yeah, hitting that exchange is probably what's going to save our bacon, right? Because this Stargate is still sitting very pretty for us. Right, let's get that other exchange of information out of there. Welcome to the Wildlands, right? Hitting probably both copies of EOI there. That's probably the game, right? Okay, so they might be trying to finish us off with like a psychographics play. So we're gonna hit HQ and see what we find. We might lose here. But it doesn't look like it. They got us. They have to have us, right? Alright, let's check HQ again. Like, agendas have got to be somewhere, right? So the exchanges are going back in, almost certainly. Yep, okay. Good game. We got it. We scrapped hard for that one. Woo! I don't know. 4-1 seems pretty good for something we just whipped up. I think we're gonna throw this one back. Good luck, have fun. That's okay, I guess. Not ideal. We'll see what we draw. No trigger. Oof. Big oof energy. Okay, they missed it, the trigger. Let's draw. Really, you either want the ability to get the Rizekis out, or you want the ability to scavenge the Rizekis or stim hack for the Rizekis. Let's draw. Let's draw again. I'd really like to get a stim hack here so we could get the Leprechaun out. It has played against asset spam. One of the wins was against asset spam. Now when I have cool plays, though, I have a little button now that I can hit to make clips. Pretty cool. I really don't want to have to hard pay for all this stuff. It's going to slow us down a huge amount. We'll give it one more turn. Interesting. I don't know what they're doing. But I'm into it. Oh, that sucked. But we don't have a choice. We've got to get our stuff. We got to get our stuff going. That's probably going to be a corporate sales team. Oh no, a remote enforcement. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, that's neat. Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's see what they go get. So I'm gonna go get an ice. Next diamond and resin and put something that can't possibly be an agenda behind it. Good thing we don't care though, because we are initiating our bullshit. Yeah, that seems great. Let's just go get that. Then get some money. Stargate's such a powerful card. Alright, we're gonna keep setting up. We'd like to get a stim hack. Stim hack would be really good. We have David, which is really good for next diamond. Oh, I really didn't want to draw that. Terrible. We're not drawing things in good order here. I mean, they're gonna have this big combo going. But, like, we don't really care. They got one ice on everything, so N'Golo can kind of cover it. We just really need to find Mad Dash so we can try to close. Let's draw. Let's put money there. I'd like to pop into a diesel sometime soon. What did they go get? Okay, we're gonna be ready to rock and roll next turn. This is tough. We have not had good luck in the way of drawing, but we can still just kind of like luck sack, so I'm here for it. We're gonna have 5 clicks most likely. So we'll pop this, we'll go get David, and then we'll Stargate. Okay. Stick with the plan. So 3 subs. Three subs. Let's hit server 6. Because I think even if that's an Ash, I think we got him because of the David. They're gonna trash the Leprechaun, which is pretty rough for us. Before this gets RFG'd, let's scavenge it into the Angolo. We've still got the ability to scrap our way through this, I think. Let's hit HQ. Let's see if we can get an ice res. Knowledge is power. So I don't know if you res the Sandberg. It costs us the same amount of money. So all they really did there was let us know that it was there. So we're prepared for it. We are working hard for the money. So hard for the money. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why we're gonna get, definitely gonna get Turning Wheel down. Because then we can maximize the value of that run. And a lot of their money cards have already been used. We've got 2 IPOs, 3 hedge funds, and 3 fully operationals in the bin. So their money is not going to get that much bigger. Because again, we're just kind of dripping along. We're dripping like 5 a turn. Yawn. Alright, let's see what happens. One. Alright, we died. That feels bad. That feels like a bad loss. Oh well. 4-2 ain't bad. These types of decks, I don't know, like, there's no hedge against that, right? Like, you can play Interdiction, but it's not really good, right? Like, they'll just pre-res it, and it's still there. Right, a lot of times it doesn't work, but when it does, it just kills you. I guess I could have just, like, focused on pressuring HQ, which probably still had an agenda in it, but there's not much to be done there. Alright everybody, thank you for taking time out of your day to come hang out, and until I see all of you lovely Netrunner people again, always be running.